A very warm welcome to you to yet again another episode of Talk, Share and Inspire. Today we want to turn the tangent. We want to talk about friendships. Welcome, my name is Erica Okeo. I'm going to be your host for this session and I'm joined with a panel of friends. They will tell us their exploits on friendships, how long have they been friends, what are some of the challenges they have encountered as friends, and what you should do. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce our guests for today. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you all?
Fine.
You look nice.
Thank you.
You look smart and immaculate.
As you do.
Thank you so much. So allow me, I'll start with you. Introduce yourself, tell us who you are. You can also tell us about, have they been your friends? Are you meeting them today? Yes, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, my name is Jim Omolo, and the three of them have been my friends at various points in life, campus, church, largely. And I'm happy to be with them here today.
Yes, welcome, Jim. Oil Tycoon, how are you?
Hi. Ni God. My name is Beryl Lalando. I am a servant of God and a friend to man, and these people are my friends.
Karibu, Beryl. Happy to have you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Introduce yourself to
I'm
us.
Osare Odur. These are my friends. Probably now running to around 8 years.
A decade looks nice.
Yeah, a decade.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So I met them when I left the village and came to Nairobi by bus. Yes.
Well, so someone is wondering, why would you take a whole session to talk about friendships? And maybe Jojo, I'll start with you. Probably tell us, what is the importance of friendships?
I think you can go far on your own based on what you know, based on your skills, based on your abilities. But if you want to go further, not only for yourself, but for the next generations, it really matters who is around you. Because that's the noise, those are the voices that you hear that form and shape who you are. Because if I come to Jim and I say, I want to buy a jet, if Jim says, a jet, have you ever even seen a jet? And if I go to Chedi and he says, yes, in fact, these are the options that you should look into. You see, if Jim is my friend, I automatically kill the dream of owning a jet, automatically. And if Chedi is my friend, I automatically see the need of, I can actually own a jet.
Okay, so you're saying that friendships determine how far you go in life.
Yes.
Depending with what they tell you.
And even what you do.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you can even have a dream. A friend will birth the dream, build onto the dream, and or kill it.
Okay.
So it really matters the friendships that you keep
have
around.
around.
Yes.
I love
and
that.
the kind of friends you have around.
Okay, awesome. Yes. Jim, do you have a different definition of friendships? Or how have friendships been for you?
I think friendships are about influence, exposure, you know. A friend can make you meet someone you've always wanted to meet. Or make you actually live a dream that you've always wanted to live, you know. So friendships for me are, and being that we are human, really, we naturally love to exist in a place where we are appreciated.
In a community, yes. Yeah, and friendship gives you that.
Friendship gives you.
I love
gives
that.
you the affirmation you need to make you find a reason to live.
Awesome. You said these have been your friends for 8 years. You met them when, you came from the village. So please tell us, what qualities, what things have made these people be your friends for this long?
I think, first of all, the Bible, I'm not sure if it's the Bible, but there is let me say it's a famous saying that show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. And then another famous quote says that you are an average of five people you hang mostly around. So these friends, I think, what brings us together majorly is our Christian belief.
Your value systems.
Yes, our value systems. We met in church, we inspire each other, encourage each other in faith, share our dreams and where we want to be in life, and especially Jojo always keeps me very accountable. Like, what have you done? What are you planning to do? What are your dreams? Why? What would you do? So I think we are friends, especially because of the value system that we have. Yeah.
So this is the kind of friend who would ask you, where do you want to be in 5 years?
Yes.
And you're not even sure if you want to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love that. So friendships are mostly influenced by value systems. I don't know if it's different for you, Jojo. Daryl.
I know, Jojo, but I have the privilege of friends. I say it all the time. One of the things the Lord has really blessed me with is friends. People marvel that I have friends from all walks of life. And I think different friends from different spaces. One of the things I encourage everyone to have is a friendship management system. And I'll use Christ because, like he said, we are Christians. Christ had the 12 disciples, Christ had the 3, and then he had the 1, he had the 72, and he had the multitude. So who are those people in your life? And even as you asked Chedi, what are the qualities of a friend? I think for me, it is kindness. You must be kind for you to be my friend.
So kindness is a value system in your friendship?
Yes, you must be kind, you must be loyal, you must be present, you must show up and show out. Because you can show up, but then do nothing. So it's those are things that I think are qualities of a good friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Jim?
I think friends need to hold you accountable. I mean,
Value system, kindness, people who hold you
yeah,
accountable.
they need to be people who ask you hard questions.
Yeah.
You know, because naturally we'd like to hide in our dysfunctions. You know, and friends should be there to really bring out the best out of you. And of course, friends also form your character.
Yes.
You know, who you end up being as a person, and what you stand for. You know, your backbone is likely to be strengthened by your friends much more than what you read or what you know.
Awesome. Very nice, heavy, positive things. So before we go to the other tangent of friendship, because there's also the negative side, people have experienced not very good friendships.
Yeah.
So probably let us also talk about, have friends been important for your emotional well-being, for your mental health, and in what circumstances? Do you want to go first?
I was going to give Chedi, but anyway, ladies first. Emotional intelligence is basically understanding your emotions and managing them. And not only yours, but others too. So it's how you respond, how you react. I think friends have been very crucial for me, especially when I lost my dad. I think when you are at the pits, your friends are the ones who like help you navigate certain emotions and certain principles. It's the same way if today Jim really did something that was out of character, Chedi would go like, but Jim has been very consistent throughout the years. I mean, he would almost remind me in reviewing your past history with Jim, this is just a one-time thing and probably you need to speak to him. And even just to piggyback on Jim's point on friends making you accountable. I think the Bible says faithful are the wounds from a friend. Even as you receive are you able to receive criticism? Which is we've done with Okeos countless times, or sorry, Erica, countless times. Are you able to receive criticism when your friend tells you are overreacting?
I want you to hold that thought for 1 second. You know, our panel is different. Like, we are ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Chedi and Jim can tell us, does friendship look the same for men as for women? Jim, you want to go first?
I think I will say men can do better.
How so?
I don't think it's unique, maybe even just between me and him, but it's probably a man thing in terms of opening up, in terms of, speaking out and asking for help. Those are things that don't naturally come to men, you know. We probably would want to fix our own problems before we ask for help, you know, and I think usually that becomes a barrier to really making friendships that can be more helpful than the ones we currently have.
You know, I'm asking that because I once had someone say that men can be friends for 3 years without knowing each other's names.
That's true.
Like, bro.
And it's because we would most likely be speaking on general things.
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
Surface.
So it's, you guys are very surface. You don't go deep.
We don't go to specifics about you, your life, your family, your plans, your ambitions, all those things. Most times, our contexts are usually
Maybe
general
that's why you
things,
need a Jojo to
memes,
ask you what are your dreams.
politics, you know,
Yeah.
and criticize people in responsible positions.
Yeah.
Those are the things that will intrigue our conversations. But I think over time we appreciate, especially when you talk about emotional health or mental health, we appreciate the value of really just opening up and going deep into your own life as a person.
Awesome.
As men, what I admire about girl relationships
friendships,
is the ability to be vulnerable with each other. You know, as gentlemen, we keep to our
Especially on this side of the
selves.
continent.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Jim has been my friend for a long time, and
You are even his group.
Have you seen him cry?
no, I have not seen him cry, and he has not
Rarely cry.
Have you
seen
seen
me
him
cry.
cry? No, I want to know the pits. Have you,
And then-
okay, the
and
question
then-
is also, have you ever cried?
But do they even cry?
No. You see, and you know, even as much as I believe he's one of my closest friends.
He believes. Is he one of your close friends?
Yeah.
But you know, I also am very sure he does not. I've not been vulnerable.
With him.
Yeah, sure. Probably more to Jojo because she asks questions. She'll
Make him
she'll
vulnerable.
bother you even if you don't want to speak. She will be on your neck like you are not okay. What's happening in your life?
What's happening to your dreams?
Yeah, sure. So I think we can do better because if we are vulnerable, then we learn also to trust each other,
Awesome.
and
Okay.
we get also to be close with one
Yeah,
another.
I love that. I love the fact that you have been vulnerable enough to admit that that is something that male friendship should work on. Just not being surface level and going deeper. Jojo, female friendships.
And before I do female friendship, I think there's a flip side to both sides. Men take an approach of not my monkey, not my circus. So that's why a
So
guy...
this is not my business.
Yes, that's why a guy will do something that's very preposterous.
Kisungu kubwa.
Kizungu kubwa. Preposterous.
What is poop? Well, let's say it's something bad.
Yeah, it's something
we
bad.
assume it's something
Google
bad.
dictionary. and if your friend who is your bro for years, for 10 years, you're like, hey, you know, if I go and ask him, like, on what grounds? But if you did something out of this world, I just go like, hey, I'll pick my phone and go like, okay, the street is saying this. make sense. I mean, pull back. Because you are a reflection of me in the society.
So you're saying men would rarely be accountable to each other?
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Oh, so ladies would call, like you would call me
Yes, to just go like, we don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't shout. Why am I seeing a video of you shouting on the street? We don't do that here. But a man will just go like, people are going through stuff. So once he fixes, in fact, when they meet, they won't even discuss it. If he wants to bring it, sawa. If he doesn't bring it, that's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
true. I mean, ladies, actually, I've heard somewhere, the reason why, according to statistics, no, I did not hear, this is statistics, men,
Facts.
facts only,
Numbers don't lie.
women live longer than men.
That's a fact.
And the reason is women have learned how to talk. I will talk to, whether you are my friend or not, as long as you've given me indications of a listening ear, I will go and talk. But on the other side, men are very stressed. June is actually men's mental health.
Yes,
month.
it is.
And I hope we can use this platform to encourage men to be better friends, to be vulnerable, as we have seen that it provides space to trust each other.
But when we speak about vulnerability, because let's not say that Chedi and Jim will sit on a couch, in blankets, and they are leaning on each other crying.
It does not have to be that.
Like, let's not get it twisted. That's not what this panel is saying. We're just saying how my male friends exercise vulnerability, and my bro, it can be even jokes. And we will laugh about something, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, uko serious ama hiyo bado ni joke? Like, are you still serious, or are we still doing jokes? I'm not saying we go and cry as men in a corner and be vulnerable. I'm just saying
But
there's
just talk.
a
Let's
way you
talk.
can be vulnerable without the tears, without the asking you 50 questions. I mean, Jim cannot call Chedi and ask me, hey, what are your dreams? Woza.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a way they can find vulnerability that does not It's not the same as female
Or
friendships.
that does not make them feel less masculine?
Yes, less masculine. Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
And
Yes, that's the
now
word.
let's go to the other flip side. Bad friendships. Have you guys encountered bad friends? Have you, for instance, Jim, you're a flag, very calm. I wonder why someone would be a
Peacemaker.
bad friend.
Peacemaker.
Have you had
Peacemaker.
bad friends?
I think so. I mean,
Questionable.
especially in terms of their ideals or what they stand for,
Principles.
principles, you differ and you realize that we can't go quite along.
Do you have an example?
Rarely, I mean, for my personality, probably rarely. But I think the point that she makes, I think it's something worth visiting again. That you see, I think one of those issues about male friendships is the fear of shame,
Yeah.
like appearing as less than,
Weak.
weak, and someone who just needs help or intervention, and I think that's the strength of ladies,
Could it be that? Could that be the reason why men do not want to be vulnerable?
I think
They
so.
do not want
And
to. appear-
also-
and where did that one come from?
And also how people receive it.
Yeah.
Like if the first time Jim is opening up to me and I'm like, hey, where Amelia? This one has really cried. Like, what should we be doing? I mean, the next time Jim has a problem, I don't see how he would say it. Or the next time he needs to cry. I'm not saying men should cry, guys. But okay.
You've really built on that point.
Yeah. Yeah, but even
But
the
I
spaces
think
that
a
receive
good
it.
friend would be, I think, especially in a male context, someone who just says their story.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
In
And
saying your
this is me
story,
trying to encourage you to say your story.
Thank you.
in saying your story, you give someone opportunities where they can identify with your challenges or struggles. And just realize,
Yes.
this is a normal guy.
We actually live the same life, just in different towns.
Yeah, Chedi, you wanted to add something.
Yeah,
On bad friendships?
Yeah, on bad friendships and also how they have digressed. I think the Bible also tells us that you show me your friends and I will
Tell you the kind of person.
no,
Bad company corrupts
it
good
says
morals.
bad company
Company
corrupts
corrupts
good
good
morals.
morals.
So it is very true that we have bad friends. I'm not sure if I can describe them as friends in my specific case, but I think I can describe them as people I know or people I hang around.
Is there something that happened that
or-
was like, this is not a good friend?
This is not somebody I'd want to be a friend.
Okay, I think because of my personality, I'm also not very hard on people, so I cannot.
Yeah.
I don't readily make those very hard
Judgments.
decisions. But then I'm able to decide that I will not hang around you a lot, but I'm not cutting you off. Like Jojo always threatens me, if I hear you do this,
I'll cut
you
you
are no longer my friend.
You're a reflection of your friends, guys.
Yeah,
You're a reflection of your
I cannot be in a situation where I'm openly telling someone that you are no longer my friend. But then there are things that you do that makes me realize that I cannot hang around you a lot because you might really think that you are not influenced by your environment.
You are.
But
You are, in
but
so many ways.
the words you hear, the stories you make, in the long run, they influence you, how you view life, your perception,
Yeah, decision making.
and how you react to
You
circumstances.
see, like a very good example, Peter is our best example. See, Peter had hanged out with Jesus for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
At the point when he was denying him, was like, I don't know this guy. One damsel came and was like, you even speak like he does.
Yeah.
So with time,
We can actually tell.
I personally have picked out behaviors. I'm like, this one I got from this one.
Yes.
This one, I never used to talk like this. This one I got from this person. So
true.
it's actually true that friends really influence how you
Who
carry
you
out
are.
yourself in so many ways. Jojo, have you had bad friends? Tycoon, you are so, I keep telling her, I used to think I have friends, but I've eventually learned that I am friendly. I am very friendly, but I don't think I have friends. But she has friends.
Yeah.
In your quest of friends, and have you had bad friends?
I have, and one of the things that I picked from both you and Shady is because I'm very hardlined. Like I don't relate with madness.
But
Before you go back to you not relating with madness, I want to please tell us a situation where you pointed out that this one is a bad friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we have had an encounter of one person who was walking around with people's names. I don't know if they worked with my name, but because you're working with people's names.
So by working with people's names, this was
gossiping, tale-bearing.
Okay.
And when Chedi was hit with that gossiper, his response was to draw back silently and let the world move.
Yes, yes.
My natural inclination is to sit down with Jim and tell him, sir, we are not friends because you are a gossiper. I cannot continually walk around you because you keep speaking about everyone except the Lord. You can gossip the Lord, it's fine. And Okeyo's way of life would be to never, like Chedi, to just draw back.
You should say my previous way of
Yes,
life.
your previous way. Before you picked up from me, was to draw back and never have the conversation. And recently, when that happened, I think Okeyo was just like, go back to who you are, sit down with her and have a conversation and tell her, we're not going to move forward because, so that you do not go on thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
You know why I believe it's important to have that conversation?
Yeah.
I personally don't think it's a good thing that one day I wake up and Jim is not talking to me. I cannot find Jim. That is actually a big deal.
Ghosting.
I want you to, exactly, it's called ghosting in today's age. I think it's very proper to let somebody know that this is why we are not friends.
Yes.
But then, you cannot constantly be doing that. You cannot be walking around and telling everyone,
You are not my friend,
yes,
you
yes.
are my friend.
It could be a good communication, but it could be the right message, but you have to find the right time to actually communicate it, right?
Yes.
Because you also know that I, for one, as a friend, I also have my own flaws.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. And
Okay, talking about communication, I'm wondering, is it different when it comes to genders? Because I believe I can fail to talk to Jim for 6 months, and I would
you're
not
talking about communication in friendship
yeah,
now.
I would not consider us any less of friends.
Yeah.
But Jojo, whenever we don't talk for 2 months, you're like,
Is something wrong?
we are not doing well.
We are not
doing
yes,
well.
our friendship is lacking in
we are doing
oil.
well. We will talk when we meet.
For example, for me, if you have learned, we've been friends, we've talked, Jim has encouraged people to open up and have conversations. We've talked, you learned that communication is a big deal for me. I really value when I hear from you and know what's going on. So for when it comes to me, you will try and work on our communication. But when it comes to Jim, you're like, even if we do 10 months,
or a
and we
year.
do not talk, it's still fine. So you just have to know this person and how far it goes, because I don't think it's also healthy for you to always have the pressure of wanting to communicate.
That's
Life
true.
is busy and there's so much going around. And very quickly, I want us to turn the tangent of this conversation and go to social capital, broadening it apart from friendships, just relationships. Maybe we start with you, Jim, and tell someone out there, why is it important to actually build social capital and relationships?
Yeah.
I think social capital is really speaks to your reputation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In your circle. You could know many people for sure, and many people could know you.
Yeah.
But the capital is really in your reputation
Yeah.
from these people.
Yeah.
So it's the thing that make people vouch for you. It's the thing that makes people say, you need someone, I think I know someone who I can recommend.
Yes.
And I think over time, largely wherever you are in the world, people are appreciating the fact that you cannot live in a silo. Even for professional growth, you need company.
Yes.
You need to grow with people. You need
Networks.
people who can say, I had this challenge at work and this person was able to run with it and sort it out. So in that way, I think it's encouraged that we make peace with everyone.
Yes.
Yes,
Live
yeah.
peaceably with others.
Yeah, importance. So you said one importance of building social capital. Social capital speaks to your reputation,
Yes.
right? Thank you so much. And Jojo, as you also think about that, I also want you to encourage someone who has seen the importance of building social capital. Where do they start from?
Yeah.
How do you start
Yeah.
having
Let me
relationships?
tie, let me tie Jim's point with a good name is far better than riches. And it goes a long way. Your reputation is better than silver and gold. How does someone build friendships? Man, I don't know. First things first, ask God. Yeah, we underestimate the power of prayer. Ask the Lord to give you friends. And the Bible says for you to have friends, you must be friendly. So if you're looking for kindness, are you kind? If you're looking for compassion, are you compassionate? If you're looking for loyalty, are you loyal? Yes. If you're looking for a wealthy friend, be wealthy.
So as we are building social capital, let's be those people that we are looking out for.
Be what you're looking for. And just I have an example of social capital. My current job, when we speak about social capital, we think it has to be your guy, your GG. Not necessarily. My current job, I was living Northeastern. A friend had paid for my vacation to go to Northeastern. Hi, Dolly. And social capital. Hi, Dolly. When I got back, I opened a group, a WhatsApp group. If I wasn't in that group, I don't think I'd be working where I was working. I'm currently working. And I saw the post there, and that job was not being advertised. The person who was leaving the country, and she was only sending it to groups where she feels they are quality people. Not necessarily professions in procurement and logistics. That's people who can actually be reasonable people. So if I wasn't in such social networks, so you don't necessarily have to be Jim's G. You just need to be also in certain LinkedIn groups, WhatsApp channels, WhatsApp groups. And I was able to apply and I got the job.
Awesome. So find yourself in good company.
Yes. So social capital, don't feel the need of, I need to be Erika's very, very good friend. It also relates with the spaces where you are sitting. Where are you sitting? Your social capital is also, where are you sitting? Which groups are you in? What conversations are you having? Like when I think about tax, I think Jim.
Okay.
When I think about, what do people know you for?
What do people know you for?
Yes.
Awesome.
So beyond calling for favors, what are you really putting on the table also?
Okay. Yeah. In the quickest time possible, Chedi, just someone who wants to build effective friends and social capital, tell them something.
Yeah, I think if you want to build friends, I think the first place you have to start from is you have to probably know what you want in life and where you want to grow towards, and then be very careful in choosing who you think you can collaborate with to get there. So if you want to be Mtumishi, I'll be a friend to Jim.
Because it's to me.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for those very insightful and thought-provoking conversation. Dear viewers, that's all we had today in our friendship session. I pray that the Lord will guide you to build good friends. May God bless you, and see you once again in another episode of Talk, Share and
Inspire.
Bye-bye.